Ah, here we go. Oh, you muted, Kaffy.
Oh, I was muted at that time. I was gonna say, I agree. Like last week, we had the summer in London. Like it was sunny for a week. It was so nice. It was so weird because we don't usually get like such nice weather. So I think everyone kind of made the most of it, which was good.
Yeah, tell me about it. When I was in the UK, we actually also had a roasting summer. I think it was like 12 years ago or something, and everyone told me like, yeah, there's no real summer in the UK.
None.
It was like there was like flying for like 2 months. So it was really crazy.
Oh, your phone was crackling up, so I only got to hear some of what you said. But I heard the part where you said there's no real summer in London. No, there's not.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't
well,
we don't get a proper summer.
except for 12 years ago, I was in the UK 12 years ago for a year, and
What?
you definitely had a nice summer there,
Oh, that's
which
so
was
good. Oh,
unexpected.
oh, it doesn't work like that anymore now. Like now the summer's just like you get drips and drabs of like decent weather, then it's like pouring down with rain, then it's windy. It's really weird the weather, like global warming. Don't know.
Yeah, where's global warming when you need it, right?
Exactly. Okay, so should we start?
Fine with me.
Yeah, you
I think
ready?
there was like a spammer in the main chat that like posted like fake links to the AMA and like fake pancake swap pool. So just as a word of caution to the people, so that that is not endorsed
Yeah.
by us.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for so much. So thank you so much for letting us know about that. But yeah, seeing it in the chat and stuff, so that we
Yeah.
sorted. And also, I think like a lot of people got confused with this timing. Like we've moved an hour ahead. Some people like everyone seems so confused. People have been messaging me like an hour ago, like, "Oh, is it now?" And then like it's just been. I think it's really confused everyone.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for everyone, and I'm sorry for the guys that live in Europe like we do, and that just like went through the time shift into summertime. That completely messed up my schedule as well.
100%. I was this morning. I was lost. I was like, "Do I have a meeting now? Do I not?" Like, I was all over the place. So I can't even really complain. I'm sure everyone's in the same boat.
Definitely.
But yeah, we might as well start. So thank you so much for joining us today, Sebastian. Really, really appreciate it. Hi, Gamestation community. Today we are joined by Sebastian from MetaFighter. He is a project manager for MetaFighter, and he's going to be answering all our questions today. And we're going to find out so much more about MetaFighter. So we are prepared for when they're having an IDO and when they're having a TGE. So we can ask any questions we want. But obviously, not all questions will be answered because we've only got a limited amount of time. But we're gonna jump straight to it. As you know, rewards are up for grabs. So we have been talking to the Twitter community. We're also going to open up the chat later on in this AMA, and we're also going to ask some questions about himself, the team, and MetaFighter, so we know what to expect. So, hi Sebastian, how are you?
Hi guys, pleasure to meet you. I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, really, really good. Really good. Really glad to have you here. The Game Station community. It's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna answer all our questions, so it's all good.
Yeah, just
um,
just hit me. I'm here to answer all of them if possible.
oh, that's what I like to hear. I think the best thing to start off with, if you can introduce yourself and the team.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, Serkan couldn't make it today. He has two little kids. Yeah, it'll be just me. I'm a project manager for MetaFighter. Joined the team end of last year. I've known Serkan for a couple of years now. We've both been in the crypto space since 2016, 2017, and he came up with a bright idea, and he actually started the project like way before anything was public, like last year. And then he introduced that idea to me, and we both were like gamers in our youth, like played like Street Fighter in the arcades and all of that. And then it immediately was a trip down memory lane, and it just reminded me of the good old times of like when playing was still about just entertainment and fun, and not about earning tokens. But we'll come back to that later. No, I was immediately captured by his idea and his passion for it. So that's when I said, I want to help you out. This is great. This is, I think, exactly what we need in this space. Actually, a game that's fun to play. And yeah, fast forward. Now we have a team of about, I would say, like 25 people-ish. So we have about like 4 or 5 people in marketing. Second is the founder. We have a development team, blockchain development and game development of about, I think, 10, 15 people that are dedicated to the game. So all in all, we're somewhere between 20 and 25 people at the moment that are actively supporting and working for MetaFighter and trying the best to make this a big success for everyone.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much for presenting the team. I was going to say, I take it you're probably a big time gamer. So you used to play Street Fighter and games all the time.
Yeah, well, I did. Like when I grew up, back in the days when playing games meant that you actually sat down with your friends, in front of your TV and like really played on the same screen, completely offline in a room. That was before the internet was a thing and like before home computers were a thing. And I mean, now it's all taken online and all of that. But yeah, that's my history in gaming. Like I grew up with like the Game Boys and the Super Nintendos, and like really played the retro old school style. And yeah, I mean, I still do have gaming consoles, but quite frankly, they are right now just collecting dust because I'm simply lacking the time to sit down and have a proper play.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I think gaming's come such a long way. What was I going to say? Nintendos, and now people are like PlayStation, and now we've got the whole crypto space. We've got the whole play to earn, so now people can make
Yep.
money. It's just literally has come such a long way. So it'll be cool if you could kind of present the whole MetaFighter, like how did the name come about? You touched upon it a bit, and how the process working on it, like the whole journey of how you came up with the name and decided, yeah, we're going to do this.
So, well, first for the name. So the name is kind of like a twist of Street Fighter and the metaverse, because that's exactly what we are trying to recreate, like the same vibe that you have, or the same vibe of nostalgia that you have when you see like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all of these classic arcade fighting games. That is exactly the vibe that we want to recreate with this game, and that we want to like bring out to the crypto community. And we felt like there is a dire need for that in the space because it's a sector that is completely untapped on. So no one did an arcade fighting game in the crypto space before. However, there are so many advantages to it because most of the crypto games, if you look at it, they are more like the role-playing type of games, like the card games, like the strategic games, where it takes a lot of time to actually get into the game and master. And they all have the big problem that most of them, quite frankly, are it's basically pay to play, and it's the big whales and the people that got in early that have the highest chances of actually succeeding in the game and making a living out of it. And that is what we can turn upside down a little bit, because with arcade fighting, it is skill based. And I mean, you know it, like when you play with your friends, like I can remember, like we had sessions at my friend's house when we played Mortal Kombat with our girlfriends back then. And of course, they knew shit about gaming. They hardly knew what like any buttons of the controllers did, you know. But still, they were able to kick our asses. And it wasn't like about like mastering the game and like spending countless hours.
Yeah.
It was a bit of luck, but it also was a bit of skill, and it was about the right timing and all of that. So I think arcade fighting gives a fair chance to everyone to actually have fun with the game and succeed at the game. So that's, yeah, in short, the reason why we are doing what we are doing.
I like that. It's very, very true. When you play certain games, like arcade kind of games, even if you're not like a skilled player, you can get lucky, but also you can do a couple of things that makes you have the advantage. So I think that's a really, really good point that you've named. So I think a lot of people would enjoy playing against people and the whole fighting games and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool if you could just kind of go into the vision behind MetaFighter and like the mission behind MetaFighter just as a whole.
Absolutely. And this is where blockchain actually plays a major part. So the game itself, what was very important to us, we wanted to focus on having a good game first. Like back in the days when there was no crypto games, when it was just about playing a game, games were purely meant to be fun and entertaining, right? No one was like playing a game to earn something or to make out of a living out of it. Of course, that all evolved with like esports, with streaming, and like all of the things that we've seen over the last 5 years. And then, of course, it swapped over to crypto, and now you can actually earn tokens, NFTs, and like earn in-game assets as you play. which is great. It's like an additional, let's say, layer to the whole gaming itself. However, for us, the baseline is always a good game that is actually fun to play, that you just enjoy for playing, right? And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to offer a game that you can just enjoy, like just, hop on, meet with your friends online, just like play it for 10 minutes, for 30 minutes, however long you want, and just enjoy playing it and have fun with the game. And then, of course, if you want to take the journey further, you can dwell into like the whole blockchain world and like get your tokens, get your fighter NFTs, get all of that, and really get the most out of the game. And this is where we think like blockchain or like crypto itself, of course, it allows you to monetize the game itself and like get direct rewards from playing. However, for us, the biggest utility that we can have is adding a layer of depth to the game that wasn't possible before. Because in arcade fighting, if you look at like the Street Fighters, the Mortal Kombats and all of that, what could you really do? Like usually, of course, you had like a story mode, maybe you unlocked some characters along the path, but once you unlocked all the characters, it was all the same, right? Like the character didn't change, their movements didn't change. Maybe you could change their skins, but it was not like they had some like experience points attached to them, that it was really your asset, that you could really customize it to your liking or to your fighting style. And that is exactly the possibility that blockchain gives us. With NFTs, we can make sure that you really own your fighter, that you can customize the fighter based on your liking, that you can add different skill points and just, give it a layer of depth and like some sort of like role-playing game elements that just weren't possible without blockchain. So that is like our vision and mission behind it. We want to make it easy to approach the game. We want to allow everyone to have fun in the game, whether they own blockchain assets or not. But we also want to give longevity and replay value to people who actually have tokens, who have fighter NFTs, and who want to really go along the journey and get the most out of the game and still have fun in like 2 or 3 years' time.
Yeah, I like that. You named some really, really good points, which kind of takes us to where we're going now. Because it'll be good to focus on a game, and if you can explain the whole mechanism behind the game, like the options for playing, the play options. People want to know about the staking, how they can start up with the game, just the whole process. So, if you wanted to start the game, what would you need? Like, what would be the earning potential? Can they have scholarships? Just things like that. So, if you could just like break that down for anyone that was just like didn't know anything.
Absolutely. So at its core, there will be 2, let's say, game modes. So one will be free to play, which is like an arcade mode, which will be playable without any blockchain assets. The reason why we have that in there, well, first of all, we think if you limit yourself to the crypto community or the crypto gaming world, you actually cutting yourself short of a lot of market potential and potential players and gamers out there. Reason being, if you look at the gaming sector overall, I would say that about 80 to 90% of gamers do not have any idea of tokens, wallets, or crypto assets as such. So meaning, if you have a game that is only usable by blockchain users, you're pretty much cutting yourself short from like 80 or 90% of the gaming industry. That's why we want to make it approachable for people who know nothing about tokens or crypto assets to still have an in the game and have the potential to convert them into crypto users later on. So that is like major part of our strategy to scale up and to actually create a sustainable user base over time. We definitely want to dwell into the, let's say, non-crypto gaming sector. And as for the crypto sector itself, of course, in the first steps, we will be directly targeting and providing an experience for crypto users. Reason being is, of course, I just said that the non-crypto market is larger in proportion to the crypto gaming market. However, going into the non-crypto market is just so much harder in regards to budget you need, in converting users, getting their attention. Just bear in mind, I mean, you have AAA game franchises out there like Call of Duty, like Battlefield, like Street Fighter, like all of them. And these are like games that have 100 million, 200 million, 300 million budgets for development, for marketing, for sales. So, and of course, they have a brand name that is established for like 20 years. So trying to go into like face-to-face competition with those from the beginning, it can only lead to failure, to be honest. So that's why we want to focus on in the crypto market for starters, provide a great experience to the crypto users, and then scale up in the, let's say, traditional markets. And for the crypto users, to your question, so you can get into the game fairly easily. Again, you can still check out the game without any crypto assets if you're like undecided or whatever. But to get the most out of the game, I would recommend to at least hold some tokens, stake some tokens, get a fighter NFT, and then start your journey from there. Reason being is the fighter NFT will allow you to grow as you advance in the game. So basically, the fighter NFTs are your characters, similar to like a role-playing game. They will have experience points, they will have skill points. Actually, like advancing in the game will allow you to customize them, so you will get additional skill points that you can assign to like strength, stamina, speed, features that you will notice in the fighting itself, and you can rank up through different levels and tiers. When we do contests, when we do competitions in the game, those will be tied to those fighter tiers, so there will be a balancing mechanism in there, and like, let's say, a fairness mechanism that, of course, the maxed out fighters will not compete against the starters, and basically everyone will match a par that is kind of like similar to their skill level, so that everyone has equal chances of actually succeeding in a fight. So that is how you get started. Like, get tokens, get a fighter NFT, start your journey. Later on, what we will introduce is the arena NFTs. Arena NFTs, well, basically they allow you to have ownership or to have your own business within our metaverse. They give you the option to earn a passive income, host your own tournaments, host your own fights, create your own content, like stream, like make yourself popular, even host esports tournaments potentially within that arena. And of course, they will also give you the chance to earn from advertisement and sponsorships. You can get other crypto projects that, you know, give you tokens or NFTs for the prize pool. And the reason we're doing this, we want to cross-pollinate the communities of different metaverses and games. So that being said, if you look at how to get into the game, yep, I would recommend anyone like get some tokens, get a fighter NFT. It's affordable for everyone. It's not like we are having like crazy, let's say, barriers to entry that you have to invest $1,000 or anything to actually get started. There will be multiple raffles. There is staking. There will be contests to obtain those in-game assets. Actually, when you have tokens, you will get a 50% discount on buying your fighter NFTs when we have the NFT sale, which will be due in probably May. And the floor price for those fighter NFTs, like the base level fighter NFTs, will be definitely affordable. I can't, please don't nail me down on a specific number because we will announce it soon and we are still like observing the market carefully, but it's probably going to be somewhere around $100 for a base NFT, which you again can reduce by owning tokens or like by getting some of those discounts. And as for staking, because you asked about staking, we will have multiple options for that. So there will be public staking pools for the tokens for everyone. There is VIP staking for everyone who has pre-sale tokens. There will be liquidity provider staking on the decentralized exchanges. And coming in May, you actually also will have fighter NFT staking, where you can get fighter NFTs through staking and can actually stake your NFTs. So that's pretty much like the setup right now. So for the audience, most important thing to remember, there is always a free-to-play mode that you can just use to, you know, check out different fighters, play with another fighter, just see how you like it. And then there's, so to say, the story mode that you can use to really get the most out of the gaming experience. There you can earn tokens for fights, for participating in tournaments. You can level up your fighter. You can improve your fighter, assign individual skill points, really make the fighter your fighter based on your playing style and all of that. And also coming into like the end of the year, you can also be an arena owner and create your own business in our metaverse.
Wow, you thought of everything. Thanks for answering all those questions. I feel you have quite a lot of questions at once. So thanks for breaking that down. I'm glad that you took into account the people that non-crypto users, so they can still get involved, and even if they when they earn crypto, they can be shown how to convert it. So that kind of gets them into the crypto space, which is really cool. And I think you thought of different gamers, all different things. Actually, you covered everything, even the staking. So people that don't even play the game, staking options. With the arena, you said that's all coming up May. Did you say?
So the fighter NFTs will come up May. So we will have our token generation event now in April, and then we will have the fighter NFT sale somewhere around May. So shortly after the TGE is concluded, so that everyone can get their NFTs and can use the MetaFighter tokens to actually obtain NFTs. The arena NFTs will be included in the NFT sale, and those will actually be leveraged as soon as the game is fully released, which will be towards the end of the year. Then you really like have, you know, a piece of land, I would say, like in the metaverse, and like the fighting metaverse, and you can start hosting your own tournaments, having your own advertisements, having your own sponsorships. So how it works, every arena has like some sort of like spaces for advertisement for the rounds. So you can, get promoters, you can get other projects, you can get companies to like book that advertisement space, create income for you as an arena owner. You can host your own tournaments where you will get a small fee or like a small cut of the prize pool for the tournament. So that's also like an income stream for the arena owner. Of course, you can also broadcast, you can create your own content around everything that you host and everything that you do. So pretty much the arena allows you to have your own little metaverse inside of the metaverse and like, create your own business around the fighting game, so to say.
Well, the arena sounds insane. That's a full-on business. Like, do your own game. Oh, that's crazy. That sounds insane. That's gonna be mental. Did you say that the floor price will be around $100, or is that like roughly?
For the basic NFTs, yeah. So of course there will be different NFTs for sale, like the different tiers and the more exclusive ones. Those will be higher priced. So that is more for the people probably that do not necessarily want to go through hours of playing and fighting to level up their fighter. So of course we will have an option for them, but then they have to pay for it, as it always is. If you want to be lazy, you have to pay. But like, yeah, the floor price or the basic entry price will be affordable to everyone. Again, like, don't nail me down on any like US dollar figures as of now for the fighter NFTs. We definitely will announce it in due time before the actual sale, but it's going to be affordable. And again, like, if you hold MetaFighter tokens, if you participate in the token sale, you will get a discount on the fighter NFTs.
Sorry, I was on mute when I was talking. Okay, that's brilliant. That's brilliant that you explained that. Thank you so much. You actually went into great detail. I think anyone that is watching will kind of understand the whole process now. So thanks for going into that. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to move on to now, because everyone always wants to know about partnerships that we've got coming up. So tell us about any partnerships that you've really done in the past and how you want to leverage for any future developments with these partnerships that you have in place.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll just focus on two noteworthy at the top of my head. There will be multiple partnerships coming up, and that is actually part of our scaling strategy as well. We want to partner with as many communities, blockchain games, metaverses as possible, because we strongly believe that we the crypto space is sort of like a family, and there is so many opportunities and chances for cross-pollination of like different metaverses, different games. And it's only for the benefit of everyone, right? As an example, if we have a tournament and you can win, let's say, tokens of a different project, well, what will people do? Like when they really win those project tokens from winning a tournament or participating in wager fights, they will probably go and check out that other game or like that other metaverse, and vice versa. So we think there is a great opportunity there. And the most noteworthy partnerships right now, aside from all of the launch bits and like the launch related partnerships, is probably like we have Dan from NetVRK in our advisory board. So you can expect something to happen around like the NetVRK metaverse as we move on. And of course, we just signed a deal with Blockpad or like Blocktopia. So there's also going to be something happening there where we basically cross-pollinate the Blocktopia metaverse with our metaverse and allow communities and users to transcend between the two. So that's like two noteworthy ones, just to put out some names, but there is a lot more brewing that I don't want to disclose yet, because of course we still want to keep the surprise when the announcements actually come out. But yeah, we are in talks with a lot of partners moving on.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll be honest, I saw loads of different partnerships. The NetVRK one I saw also, so that's massive. But I saw quite a lot of different partnerships. But like you said, you can keep some of that disclosed and you can announce it when you want to. What we'll do is after the AMA, we'll drop all the socials for MetaFighter so you guys can stay up to date with everything that they've got going on. So when you want to announce all this stuff, people will be like ready and they'll be able to see the announcements. But I saw a lot of partnerships, which I thought was really, really cool. Okay, so can you tell us a bit more about the whole MF token, like its utility, tokenomics behind everything? You can just do a quick breakdown.
Absolutely. So The tokenomics, I will not dwell into too much detail there because it's public knowledge. So everyone who really wants to know the tokenomics, we are fully transparent. Just go on our website and you can check them out for yourself. Just some noteworthy numbers there. So the initial market cap will be somewhere around $182,000. So like below $200,000. Initial supply is also minimal, fully diluted. Probably like market cap is going to be around 90 million at the time of launch. And the good thing, or what I really want to pronounce with our tokenomics, because I know that everyone is always afraid of being dumped on by early investors, by seed investors and all of that. We made sure that that would not be the case. If you really look at the tokenomics, you will see that we don't have any crazy price gaps or any crazy multiples between our seed rounds and private rounds. So actually not even the seed investors do have a 2x multiple on the public sale. So we wanted to make it fair for everyone. And I know, I mean, I've been in this space for like 6 years, and I've seen some crazy tokenomics and some crazy ICOs happening where like seed rounds were like, you know, with a multiple of like 10x, 20x, or 30x, or 50x compared to public sales. But that calls for offloading tokens and dumping, of course. So we tried our best, and we really want to make sure that everything is fair and that we can avoid that from happening. So that being said on the tokenomics, as for the token utility they just mentioned, so the MetaFighter token will serve a lot of purposes. One that we just said, of course, you can stake it outside of the game, so there will be options for you to earn with the token and participate in the token value outside of playing. I would not recommend it to anyone because, again, we developed this game to be fun to play. So the main purpose of MetaFighter is to be a good game. So I would encourage everyone to just play it. In the game itself, you can use the token for doing wager fights. So it will be basically your buy-in price, similar to like when you participate in a poker table. You can have MetaFighter tokens for the fight, and you can win it if you win the fight. There will be prize pools with tournaments. So that is our way to reward fighters through the game mechanics. You will also get rewards based on achievements. So don't want to spoil it too much there, but we just thought, hey, you know, this is a proven system that works on consoles and multiple games out there already without any crypto elements. So why not take it a step further and actually transfer that into the crypto space? So there will be specific achievements in the game that will get you token rewards. And of course, the MetaFighter token itself is also our in-game currency. So it will be used on our marketplace to buy superpowers, buy perks, buy skins, buy fighters, trade the fighters and all of that. So there is a lot of like inbuilt utility for the token itself in the game, outside the game, and of course in our marketplace and for the gaming rewards.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much for that breakdown of the utility. I was going to ask you a question. I think you just spoke about it. So did you say with the rewards, you're going to reward people based on a level they get to? So certain levels will get rewards just whenever or at certain times?
So how it works, like, well, one kind of reward is the fighting reward that we just said, like, you know, win fights, win tournaments, and then you get a prize pool or you get the reward from that. However, there will be specific achievements and in-game achievements that we will reward with tokens. I don't want to disclose too much, but like if just everyone that is really interested, I mean, just look at how PlayStation or Xbox do it and look at how trophy systems or achievement systems work there. And then just, you know, mentally copy and paste it into the blockchain space and envision how it could be. Like, for example, there could be a reward for winning 100 fights. There could be a reward for winning 10 consecutive fights, stuff like that. So just stay tuned on that. There will be some great opportunities.
I like how you're keeping everything close to your chest. It's like you're giving clues, but you're like not telling us. I like that.
No, I mean, you know, I just want to surprise people, and I want to give them the opportunity to discover everything that we've envisioned and like that we've been working on for like almost 1.5 years now. When it actually comes out, I don't want to spoil it too much and like take away all the fun. And plus, I know how uncreative some people in crypto are, so I don't want to put everything out in the open so that we find 5 different projects doing the same thing 2 weeks later.
Don't worry, I completely understand. Sometimes secrets are good, and people like the excitement of not knowing everything straight away. So I think it's good that you've done that. It will encourage people to stay up to date with everything that's going on when it's announced. So I mean, that's really really good. So that's cool, and you've given us so much information anyway, so that's great. I just want you to break down a bit more the whole NFTs, like the whole the whole marketplace, just like a breakdown of all of that, if you can, like the utilities.
Absolutely. So the NFT marketplace basically it will be baked into the user interface of the game. So the game itself is a browser game. Maybe that's also something noteworthy to just mention here. So we did that deliberately. It will run in any browser with like Chrome, Firefox, or whatever you want to use. It's WebGL based and uses a Unity engine. So it will run on any computer. And actually, we spend a lot of time to making it possible that it runs at 60 frames per second. So there's no lagging. It's actually really fluent. It's smooth. And which is what you need for like a fast-paced gameplay style of game, like arcade fighting. But trust me, behind the scenes, it takes a lot of effort and skills and knowledge on the development side to make that happen in a browser game without any downloadable software, where you don't need a graphics card or anything. So that being said, the game itself will first of all be web browser based. So that means you go onto the website, you play the game, and on the website you will also have the marketplace. The marketplace will allow you to buy in-game assets, like different perks, superpowers, skins, and all of that. It will also allow you to trade your fighter NFTs. What I mean with that is, first of all, of course, you can put your fighter NFT up for sale if you level it up. So you basically are rewarded for leveling up your fighter NFT because it will become more valuable, and you will be able to earn from that as well as a player. If you decide to really sell it, you could trade it against another fighter NFT, and that is something that we are very proud of, for people who maybe are lacking the time to play, or for other people who want to like just see how a certain fighter plays when it is like maxed out, when it is on the top level or top tier, you can actually rent and lend the fighter NFTs. So that's also a source of passive income. So let's say you go on vacation for a month, you don't have time to play, just put it on there, just rent it out. Someone else will use your fighter NFT to play for you, earn additional experience points, earn additional rewards. They will get a cut of it, you will get a cut of it. So it's a win-win situation. And plus, for the person that is actually renting it, borrowing it, they will have a chance of trying out different fighters. Oh, you want to see how that fighter behaves if it's already at the top tier? Okay, then just rent it out for 1 or 2 days, play with it, see if that's exactly what you like. If it is, great, then get it for yourself, buy it somewhere, and level up yourself. We just want to endorse like the community exchange, and then like let's say the tryout and trial behavior. And yeah, so that's pretty much like the marketplace that we baked in. And of course, again, that there will be other features coming as well, especially catering towards customization of fighters. Just stay tuned for that. So we have also thought of a game plan of how you can actually customize your fighter long term even further, not only with the skill points or the experience points that you earn, but we have already envisioned some other tools and methods how you can really make your fighter and then take the customization one step further. So just stay tuned for that.
I'm excited. That sounds cool. I like the whole rent and lend out your whole fighter. That's really cool. So if you lend out your fighter to someone, they have your fighter for a while, say you're on vacation or something, and then when they so any rewards they get, it goes to you. It goes to your the person that's borrowed it, right?
Oh, it's a split. It's a split.
Okay.
So of course, the one who's actively playing will get something from it. That's the reason why we did this. So let's just say you really have someone that can't afford to buy their own fighter NFT or have their own tokens. Again, there will be multiple contests and raffles when you participate, when you actively support the game, where you can win assets. So, no one should be left out just because they might not be able to afford something. So there will be plenty of opportunities there. But still, for that case, we wanted to implement a renting or lending system. So you can just, rent it, lend it. You can earn yourself, like as the player, you can earn tokens, you can earn rewards that you can use to then buy your own fighter and become your own superhero. Or if you own it, and if it's your NFT and you can't play for a certain while, I don't know, because maybe you're having a baby, maybe you're on vacation. There are so many reasons why you might have to like stay away from the computer or not have time to do something. Then you can give it to someone else, and they can continue to level up your fighter and give you a cut of your earnings back.
Cool. I like that. That sounds, yeah, that sounds really cool. And it's like you said, it's a good way for people to experience different fighters, so they'll know what they like and who they play well with. And so I think that's really cool. I like that. I'm excited for all the other stuff you got to come. That's really cool. Thank you so much for answering these questions. We've got so many more questions for you. But what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the Twitter questions. We had hundreds, but I just selected 4 because obviously time-wise. So here's 4 Twitter questions. The first one is from, apologies if I say this name very wrong, Harikesh from Twitter, and he says, what can I expect from MetaFighter for earning? If I'm not interested in gaming part of the project, how can I earn? So basically, I think you covered that one anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I will summarize it. We covered most of the aspects of already. That being said, again, I would encourage everyone to play because ultimately, I mean, it's a game and it's designed to be fun and entertaining. So you will basically miss out if you don't play. But I get the question, and I understand where he's coming from. So there will be multiple staking options, both for tokens and NFTs moving down the line. So you can get passive income for being a token holder or an NFT holder. The fighter NFTs will give you the opportunity to customize, sell, trade, or rent, as we just said, to also generate passive income for you. And of course, we will have our, let's say, fillet cut of the blockchain portfolio, so to say, which is the arena NFTs. If you, let's say, co-own an arena NFT or are the sole owner of an arena NFT, you don't even have to fight yourself. You just organize. You basically become an event manager or fight manager that, like, creates those tournaments, creates those opportunities for others, and then earns through that. So yeah, there is multiple ways of actually earning tokens and NFTs without playing the game.
Yeah, but you want everyone to play the game because, like you said, it's going to be loads of fun. So play the game. The next question is from Ali, and Ali Bassan from, I think that such an epic game will make an impact. Can you talk about what kind of plans you have in order to announce the game to a wider audience in order to introduce MetaFighter to other games and cryptocurrency investors?
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, we also briefly touched upon some of the aspects. So I think one of the biggest aspects is that we want to enable people to play the game without owning any crypto assets. So that will just reduce the barriers to entry for the casual gamers and the non-crypto users per default. But aside of that, we are also in talks with esports outlets and gaming associations that are outside the crypto world. Again, for our scaling roadmap and for our, let's say, development plan, it is not a top priority to address the casual gaming sector or the traditional gaming market right now, because there is a lot of noise out there. You have mobile phone games, you have AAA productions, you have Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo. There is just so much out there that to get through that noise and the clutter and actually create awareness, you just need a very big budget and you need to spend a lot of money. And that's why it's not the first step that we want to take. The first step is really the crypto community and delivering an immersive experience there. However, it is on our roadmap and we are already in talks. We are preparing things behind the scenes. So that is, let's say, also a plan to attract a wider audience. And as we said before, we truly and deeply believe in cross-pollination with other projects and metaverses. So we are always in talks with partners in the crypto space, other projects where we can tap into user bases of other projects and metaverses, convert them or guide them into MetaFighter and vice versa. And make our users of other projects, because ultimately I would assume that all people who use crypto games, they just like playing games. They in their heart, they are gamers, they are interested in it. So for all of them, it is actually a value add to see other cool projects and be able to jump from one metaverse into the other. And that is also what the arena will allow you. It will basically be a, let's say, transitioning board for different metaverses where you can come from a different metaverse and then go into a different metaverse. And of course, yeah, as I just said, we have marketing plans and business development plans for the traditional gaming space, which will come down later down the road.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you so much for answering that. You touched upon it before, but thank you so much for going into detail. This next Twitter question is from D Bandong, and he says, what strategy or plan does MetaFighter have to attract new players and retain old players when the current game fee play to earn projects are mushrooming? And how does MetaFighter balance play and earn, avoid users only focusing on the earn and not focusing on playing the game?
Well, we did not script those questions, but we couldn't have scripted them better, with one question asking how can I earn without playing, and the other one saying how will make sure that people will not just use the game for earning. It couldn't have happened better. Well, for the new players, I think we already touched upon all the aspects. We will have partnerships with other projects, with other metaverses. There's going to be marketing in and outside of the crypto space. So we just want to make sure that we have a constant pipeline and a constant stream of new users coming into the game. But I think what's even more important, and that is something we didn't touch upon, as for retention, and it is a great question, because ultimately, a lot of the crypto games out there right now, what they do to retain customers is the promise of earning more tokens and potentially having price appreciation in the token that you earn, so that you want to stay in the game to earn even more. So actually, like it's a coin carrot that is hanging in front of your nose, that just keeps you going and like earning more tokens. Of course, yeah, we can say that we also intend to do that, and we would love to do that, because we also hope that everything appreciates in value. However, I think it's a bit of a shallow retention plan for a game. And for us, we want to provide a lot of replay value and retention value with the fighter NFTs. So you will have a long-term architecture there that endorses you and motivates you to level up your fighter, go through different levels and tiers, also try out other fighters. So there is a lot of replay value in that, at least from my perspective. We will have regular contests. There will be regular new content being added, like new fighters, new arenas. There will be a constant stream of new stuff coming. We will have season passes. There will be special events. As already touched upon, we will have in-game achievements. That's another reason why we put that in there, not just like for token rewards, but if you look at traditional gaming like PlayStation or Xbox, one way to retain users or to retain players is exactly those like achievements or trophy systems. Because even if you played through the entire game, maybe you want to start all over again because you missed some secrets or you missed some things, and you want to get that achievement. So I think that provides a lot of replay value as well. We will have leaderboards, so there will be statistics with your user login. There will be fight statistics, wins, losses, total fights. So there is let's say, an intrinsic motivation to actually be on top of the leaderboard as well, same as the arcade back then. And of course, there will be other special features that will be revealed in due time when it comes to character customization, when it comes to the special features inside the game and in the arenas. So I think we, to our best knowledge and to our experience as long-term gamers, we have implemented so many mechanisms that make sure that you can stay in the game for a long time, that you will still experience new things after months and years to come, and then you can just always come back and have a good time.
I feel like you guys have thought about a lot of different things to keep things fresh and to really appeal to loads of different people. So it will definitely encourage people to keep playing the game, getting rewards, getting on a leaderboard and all that stuff. So it's good. Thank you so much for answering those Twitter questions. I can see a lot of people have their hands up. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the chat to the GS community. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the chat for 120 seconds and Sebastian can pick the questions he would like to answer. As you guys know, $100 up for grabs as in rewards. You can either raise your hand or you can drop a message in the chat. Make sure you're on the chat if you're dropping your question. And what Sebastian do, he'll pick the question that he likes. So we're going to open up the chat for 120 seconds, guys. So get ready to drop your questions in the chat. And Sebastian, if you can look at the questions that you like and then read out their name and their question, and if you can just reply. So at the end of this AMA, later on when we're announcing the winners, we have their names right there. Sound absurd.
I'm trying my best to keep up with all those tasks. Let me just ask a quick question. So how do I open the chat on my phone? Because I'm on my phone, just to make sure that I actually see it.
Yeah, click on the chat, click on the Gamestation official chat, and you'll see
Gotcha.
the text come through. Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
now I don't see myself anymore, so I don't know if I actually see my face in the camera. Okay, good.
We can see you, so it's all good. Yeah. So what we could do is we can either take people that have their hands raised or people in the chat that have written a text message, but we'll just pick as we choose. We'll give them an extra minute. We'll give them a minute or so. So yeah.
Brilliant. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm on the official chat, so just shoot away.
Yeah, you can pick whatever questions you like. So after we close the chat, pick whatever questions you like. So if you see a question that calls out to you, you can read out their name and their question. And if you just click the reply, so that way I have their name also, and then we can maybe take that have their hands raised. We'll just mix and match, maybe. I don't know. Whatever you prefer, really.
Brilliant. Sounds good.
Cool. One sec, I'm just opening up the chat. Okay. Wait, can you see questions come through yet?
No.
You just see if I've opened. Oh, I haven't even opened it. Okay, bear me 1 second. I need to actually open up the chat. I've got everyone on mute. Okay, you got to bear me 1 second. Right now, do it on my phone.
No worries at all.
I've got all these desktops open. I've got my laptop, my desktop, got my phone. Technology, eh?
Now someone is typing. Yep. Okay, there's the first question.
Yeah, I finally opened up the chat. Sorry, guys, for the minute delay. I had to do it on my phone. Multitask. Yeah, so basically, you can just pick whatever questions you like, and we'll take some people with their hands raised in a second. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, it's opened. You like you're really
like yeah. well, I can see that there's like 500 new messages. So guys, I will not have a chance to go through those messages.
Yeah, you have to just jump into the MetaFighter. We'll drop all their socials after. Jump into the announcement group. Jump to their groups, and as and when you can find out different answers to your questions. Basically.
Let me just put this here. Oh my god! Yeah, they just keep coming.
We're gonna mute the chat in a second because I know you're not gonna have time to answer all these questions anyway. So we're just gonna pick a few. Okay, Sebastian, I've closed the chat.
Okay, so, just bear with me for 1 second, and I can see Gamer is spamming the chat again.
Okay.
So I have to scroll a bit.
Yeah. What we could do is we can also take people with their hands up also in the chat. Some people just raise their hand. We can take someone that's raised their hand, and you can also pick a few of the questions inside the chat. So whatever you prefer.
That's probably best because guys, I'm really sorry about this. There's like 500 messages, and it makes it extremely hard to pick something because they just keep popping up.
I completely understand. Should we just take someone from the chat that's got
Oh
their
yeah,
hands
yeah, yeah.
raised?
Let's do that. I'm really sorry that I'm not able to answer all of those main channel questions. Sorry about
No, that's fine. That's completely understandable. I think Henry Nigan, yeah, has had his hand up for quite a long time. So I'm gonna unmute you, Henry, and you can ask Sebastian a question. Henry, can you hear me?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Sebastian says you can ask me.
Yes, yeah, I am company I company in Vietnamese. Yeah, I have a question. How much would I? Yes, yeah. Where can buy token game? Where can buy
Oh, where
token game?
where can you buy the token? He's asking.
well, you can, for example, buy it in GameStation, I think. So far, if I'm not mistaken, we haven't launched yet. So that will be my first place to go. But after that, we will list on PancakeSwap, and we are also in talks with centralized exchanges. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your question, Henry. Yeah. As Sebastian mentioned, we'll be doing our IDO sale tomorrow on GameStation, as you guys know. So if you guys have not registered already, make sure you register so you can show your interest. We'll be doing the snapshots at 11:59 p.m. Tonight, so you have a few hours. So don't get mixed up with this whole moving time forward. So yeah, make sure you get involved, guys, because yeah. Okay, let's see who else has got their. Do you want to take one from the chat, or do you want me to take someone with their hands raised?
Yeah, I can see like sorry if I mispronounced the name, like Bujang Buntu. She has actually had a couple of questions in the chat, so yeah, happy to hear out.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you could just reply to her name, so I have her name. Oh, in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. She had a couple of questions in the chat, and now she also raised her hand here, so you can just unmute her here if you want.
Okay, I will unmute her. What was her name again?
Bujang Buntu, I think. Really sorry if I mispronounce it.
At least you tried. Yeah, I can see her. Hi, Bujang. You can ask a question. Bujang?
Hello there.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is your project only for elite investor? What about other wheel smartphone is open to every day?
Yep. So no, definitely we want to keep it approachable to everyone, and we want to make sure that everyone has a fair shot. So again, like the floor price of all these assets will be low, so that everyone can actually have a shot at going into it. There will be numerous contests, competitions to actually win in-game assets. So yeah, we want to keep the barriers to entry as low as possible. And I'm not sure if it was you or someone else, but I'm just going to answer it anyway because by browsing through it, I just saw that question in the main chat. Someone asked about smartphones and like different platforms for the game. So absolutely, we are planning to have it on Android later on and like have it as a mobile version later on. But we first are going to focus on the actual desktop version, make sure that it is bug free, that it runs smoothly. And once that is done, we are going to convert it into mobile versions.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for answering their question. I think, okay. Thank you for your question also. Do you want to take any more from the text chat or do you want to still stay on the voice chat?
Yeah, hold on, like what we can do. Let me see. I'm trying to pick one. There was one question, I think, but it was also Bu Chang, if I'm not mistaken, about locality. So is it okay if I answer multiple questions from the same user because I've just seen that one, or would you like me to like just pick another user? Also fine.
Yeah, you can answer that question from Bujang. Yeah, so you can answer that question, and then we could take someone from the voice chat, for example. So yeah, we could just mix.
Yep. Oh, okay, perfect. Sounds good. Because there was a question about locality and regionality of the game or like of our user base. So we definitely want to be global. So it's not like we focus on a specific region. We, based on our partnerships, we will venture into the Asian space because I know that that is where a lot of the gaming is happening. But we will also focus on Europe. We will focus on the US. So yeah, there is a lot planned moving along. Of course, you can't do all in parallel at the same time, but we are not going to have exclusivity in any regions, and we are definitely going to scale globally. Yep.
Brilliant. Going global, worldwide. Thank you for answering that question. We've got quite a few hands up in the chat. Let me just wait. Josh Blaze had his hand up first, and then I think I saw Kenny. So I'm going to do Josh Blaze because I think he's had his hand up first. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Thanks. Hi, Josh.
Hi. Hello. Good afternoon from Nigeria, Crypto Kaffy and Basti. Okay, so my question for MetaFighter. I would like to know, there are many gaming projects currently on the blockchain with similar features just as yours. So I would like to know, how do you plan to make your own gaming project stand out differently from these other gaming projects? And what features do you have for your game to keep users glued to your project?
Good question. So, I mean, I think when you look at the genre, right, there is not really any other project that is very similar to. I mean, I know there's like one or two, which I'm not going to name now. But if you look at arcade fighting, there is not really anything out there yet. So I think that in itself has a uniqueness factor to it. And yeah, of course, as you said, like there is a lot of games out there that play with tokens, play with NFTs. But I think with the token utilities, the NFT utilities, the workings of like fighter NFTs, the role-playing elements, and the arena NFTs, we have a lot of elements in there to keep people entertained, to keep them attracted to the game, and to actually make them want to play and progress in the game. So I think we got that covered, and I think there is a lot of unique features in there and a lot of unique ideas that, to my knowledge, have not been used so far. So yeah, I think we got it covered on that front. And I mean, please just review the AMA that we had today, maybe the questions that Kaffy asked in regards to how the game works, the mechanics, and how we want to retain users. I think you will find a lot of useful answers there to your question.
Okay, thank you. So my second question, I have a second question. So I would like to know, are there any fees that I need to pay before I can play this game? And do I need to make in-game purchases like boots, weapon, or skin for my player? And will you also plan to include casino betting in your game?
So if by fees you mean that you have to have tokens, no, you can play the game without any tokens or any crypto assets. However, of course, if you are not connected to the crypto world, if you don't have tokens, if you don't have in-game assets, you can also not earn tokens, and you can also not leverage your fighter NFT and level it up. If you use it and if you actually wanna earn tokens and want to, let's say, get the most out of the game, you should ideally log onto Gamestation tomorrow and get some tokens and be prepared. But other than that, there is no fees involved. And no, I mean, also what you said with the marketplace, you do not have to acquire any assets for your fighter NFT in order to play the game or to level it up or to earn from the game. That is purely optional. So you can go as deep in as you want with individualization, or you can leave it as a standard fighter. That is totally up to you and your gaming style.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, one more last question. Your reply just gave me another question. So I would like to know, concerning your NFTs, can you share the utilities behind them? Can I stake these NFTs to be able to earn, or possibly could I lend these NFTs so that someone can use it to earn while I earn passively? Thank you. This is my last question.
Yes, both will be possible. You can stake the NFTs to get more tokens, get more NFTs, and you can also actually lend and rent your NFTs. Also, just review the AMA. We covered that within the AMA questions from Kaffy. there is like a whole renting and lending system for the fighter NFTs in the marketplace.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. Yeah, thank you so much for answering all these questions. Are you okay to do 2 more questions? I've seen that. Kenny. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I've seen Kenny and Wolf. These will be the last 2 questions because I see they've had their hands up for a while. Thank you so much. You've been so good answering all these questions. Okay, let's go to Kenny Duyong. Okay, I'm going to allow you to speak. Bear with me 1 second. Just 1 question per person, please.
Hello?
Kenny? Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I have a question. According to the roadmap, what are your most important net priority? Do your team have enough fund and strong community to achieve the milestone?
I'm not sure if I got it right. Kenny, was your question like how we ensure that we have a big enough community for the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so one thing that makes us truly stand out, or what is very important to us, is involve the community from the get-go. So right now we have about 20,000 people in our Discord, and I invite everyone who is interested in the game to join our Discord if you haven't done so already. And you will be part of the game development. I think maybe we should have touched upon that earlier, but that is something that we really want to make different, because we just see that a lot of these games are still centrally developed and then they're just being put out in the world, right? So and you either like it or you don't. That is what we want to make different. So you as the community, you have a say in the game development. You can vote which fighters we add, how they're going to be named, and you will also have, let's say, voting power and a voice in regards to decisions on the game features, on the progress itself. So make use of that and just use the opportunity of blockchain and use the opportunity of all those great features to actually make it your game experience and then create a game that you as the gamers really enjoy.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for answering that question, because I don't think that was touched upon earlier, so that was good that someone answered that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kenny, for your question. Okay, so we're going to do a question from Wolf. I see he's been waiting. Bear me 1 second. Thanks, Sebastian, for answering all these questions.
All good.
Okay, Wolf Knight, I'm going to allow you to speak to Sebastian.
Yeah, I just want to ask about other than the normal P2E model, do you have also ideas to conduct tournaments to make the community active always? So
you mean if there will be like tournaments or contests to activate the community? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We already had some. So we already had contests to like name your fighters, pick out your favorite fighters. You will be involved in selecting the roster of new fighters to come. We will include you in important game decisions, and of course there will be official. We said like the arena NFTs, right? They can organize their own fighting tournaments, but of course, MetaFighter itself, as let's say the dedicated game server, right? We will also have our own tournaments, so there will be officially endorsed tournaments by MetaFighter. So as soon as the game comes out, absolutely, we will have multiple options and like multiple contests and tournaments for the community to enjoy and to leverage the experience on.
Yeah, so we are waiting for that, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Wolf, for your question. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for answering all these questions. There's so many questions, but I really, really appreciate you taking the time to answer all these questions for the GS community. What we're going to do is we're also going to drop all your socials to MetaFighter so people can find out more about the announcements and stay up to date. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you register for MetaFighter. As you know, we have our IDO taking place tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC, guys, don't get that mixed up. And make sure that you stake your gamer tokens. We are doing a snapshot at 11:59 p.m. today, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Sebastian, do you have anything else you would like to say to the Gamestation community?
Well, first of all, I'm really sorry for not being able to answer all of those questions. They just keep shooting in. So I'm really humbled by you showing so much interest in the project. That is really nice of you. And we appreciate that a lot, because ultimately it is a game for you, for the community, for the players. And Secondly, and that's probably, well, an important fact to know, I just want to drop this out as is like, let's say, my closing statement. We will have a playable game demo ready closely after TGE. So it's going to be out in like end of April, end of May. And also around that, there will be a lot of community involvement. So there will be bug hunting, there will be trophy systems. We want your feedback. If you think that something is wrong with the game mechanics, with the balancing, with the movements, whatever, that is exactly the kind of feedback that we are looking for. So don't be shy to please give us that feedback so that we can improve the game and really turn it into an experience that you want and that you enjoy. So yeah, that being said, stay tuned. End of April, beginning of May, you will be able to actually play MetaFighter.
Amazing. And you mentioned about people giving feedback. Where do you find it best for people to give feedback? Would it be in your Discord? Would it be in your Telegram? Or just anywhere?
I mean, of course, anywhere. Like we will try our best to respond on any channel, but really, if you want to get involved, our main, let's say, hub of communication is Discord, because it just gives us the best opportunity to interact with our community. You know, have suggestions, have contests, have polls, all of that. So yeah, if you haven't done so, I can only repeat myself. Join our Discord and become an active member.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for answering all these questions. The time's gone so fast. I was like, oh my gosh. I wish you could stay longer and answer more questions because there's so many questions. But it's been great answering all these questions and everyone finding out more about MetaFighter. We're super excited here at Gamestation. So guys, make sure you stay tuned. What we're going to do is we're dropping all the socials there now. So don't miss out. Don't miss out. Remember, state your gamer tokens and get involved for tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. Sebastian, thank you once again from the whole Gamestation community.
You are most welcome. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. But gonna wish you a great day.
Likewise.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, all of you.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.